Feel like I should have had like a song like happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right, guys, I'm live on here. Happy Tuesday. I'm hopping on with a quick Tuesday tip. I was messaging with April Pinson. Shout out to you, April. Last night, actually, she asked me an amazing question. I thought it might be helpful for everybody inside of this community. The whole point and purpose of this community is to help each other with tips, skills, and strategies to get yourself to the next level without sacrificing time with your family. And if that's the case, then I know what April and I talked about last night will be helpful for you. So, first of all, I want to start off with the message that April and I were having yesterday. She messaged me. I asked if there's anything I could specifically help her with her business. And she mentioned that she has maxed out her friends list. So I'm curious on here, how many of you have maxed out your friends list? If you have, let us know below. Yep, I've already maxed out. Hi, Samantha. So good to see you. Or no, I haven't actually maxed out my friends list yet. I'm curious. So this happened to me probably a few years ago as I was building the business that I'm in now. I got to that 5,000 mark, right? And so I had to figure out a way to get rid of the people that weren't engaging with me on my social media, so that I could have room for new people, right? Because if you want to grow and you want to build your business, you need to constantly be adding in new people. Maybe you meet them in Facebook groups. Maybe you meet them from friends of friends. Maybe you meet them when we are normally out and about, but we're not right now, right? So I had to clear up some space. And so I first started using a program that's out there, and I don't use it anymore, and here's why. It's a great program. It shows you statistically who's not interacting with you, who's not engaging, how long it's been, and all of those numbers are really great, but it's a time sucker, and here's why. It spends a lot of time of me looking at that, but then I have to manually go in and get rid of those people. If I'm gonna have to do that anyways, why not do it every single day with the happy birthday? So I'm going to share with you guys how I use happy birthday to not only clean up my list, but also reach out and reconnect and also create new customers. So follow along with me today as I share with you guys how I use happy birthdays to do all three of those. And I'll even drop in the comments below one of my birthday messages. I'll actually type it out, something that I usually do. It's in my notes, so it's a copy and paste for me. And I'll show you some of the videos I do for people that I'm really trying to connect with through like little Snapchat videos. It's hilarious. All right, so first of all, for happy birthday, this is how I organically get rid of the people that are not engaging with me, that I don't really need to be friends with anymore on Facebook. It's not a personal thing. It's not like, I'm gonna block them. It's just an unfriend. They can still follow you if you have your Facebook set up correctly. I just need room to add new people. Like I was saying before, I meet new people on groups all the time. I just met 2 new friends the other day through a How to Build Your Business During Quarantine group that I joined. So there's always new people that we're meeting, right? And we want to have room to add them. And so you've got to organically figure out a way to get rid of them. So on birthdays, this is what I do every day. So every day we have birthdays on our Facebook, right? And really, there's usually anywhere, especially if you're maxed out at 5,000 friends, you're going to have anywhere from 5 to 20 people every day for birthdays. So set aside 15 minutes every single day. So tip 1 is put it on the calendar. Okay, you guys know we're really big on planning, we're big on time blocking, but I'm telling you, it will not get done every single day unless it's already planned on the calendar. So where is your 15-minute block to do birthdays? Now, I don't want it to be the same block of time that you're planning to do your social media, right? So every morning I have a time blocked to put my post up on Facebook. I have a time blocked to do my stories, and I have a time blocked to do my Instagram. During those 15-minute blocks, not only am I putting up my post, but I'm also interacting with other people. Because remember, we're not just takers, we're also givers on social media. So you got to make sure you're interacting with people. Now, hi Brooke, welcome. And so I love how Samantha's tagging people. Guys, millionaire tip to Samantha right now. Shout out to you. When you are a leader and you want your team to grow and learn too, you tag them. So way to go, Samantha. Great job. So when I'm reaching out, and I have already on my calendar the 15-minute block outside of my normal social media that I'm going to do birthdays. So figure out what that is for you. Is it going to be really early in the morning? Is it going to be during your lunch break? Is it going to be during maybe that 15 minutes that you have in the late afternoon when nobody's doing anything? Our lives are different right now, so you've got to figure out when can you fit that 15 minutes in, and it's written on your calendar as birthdays. That reminds you and lets you know, oh, I got to go check out birthdays on Facebook. Once you get on Facebook and you look at birthdays, here's what I do. First, if I know the person, if they're an actual friend of mine or a relative, I send them a happy birthday. I post it on their personal wall, and then I usually do something personal because I feel like the more that you can touch and connect with people, the better. And right now, especially, I love to ask people what they're doing for their birthday during this unique and special time. I like to word it in a positive way. Instead of saying, oh my gosh, what are you doing for your birthday during quarantine? That must suck. No, instead I say, what's something fun that you guys are doing during this unique and special time to make your birthday fun? So I'm reaching out to them. The next thing I do is I go through any names that I'm not familiar with, and I click on message. Before I even post happy birthday, before I do anything, I click message. I see if we've ever had a message back and forth with each other. Because when you click message, it'll pull up in Messenger any other message that you guys have ever had together. So first I see, have we ever messaged with each other? If the answer is no, then I click on that person's profile. Do they fit my ideal customer? Do they fit my customer avatar? If you have no idea what I'm talking about when I say customer avatar or ideal customer or ideal client, then you really need to be in our Inner Circle group. It's $27 a month. We are literally training on this week, tomorrow, a 2-hour training on how to build your brand and how to figure out who your ideal customer is and how to literally talk to them through your social media. If you don't know how to do that, you need to join. That's all I'm going to say. But you should know who your ideal customer is. If you clicked on that message and you've never messaged with them before, you go to their Facebook profile, you look through it a little bit of cyber stalking, and you figure out if they're your ideal customer or not. If they're not, then let's unfriend them. Let's get rid of that. Why? Because it makes more room for others. Even if you're not at maxed out 5,000, I'm still going to encourage you to do this. If you're anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 especially, okay? If you are under 4,000, you don't really need to unfriend anybody yet, but you still want to do my next step. So if I've never messaged with them before, I decide that they don't fit my ideal client, I'm unfriending them, okay? If they do fit my ideal client, this is my next step. I send them a message. I say, hey, happy birthday, Melissa. I bet this is unique and special today. Since a little bit different time, I'd love to hear what you're doing to make your birthday special. I'm also trying to figure out how we know each other. We've never messaged before. Okay, that's it. And then I'm also going to her wall and I'm saying happy birthday. Because some people get really weird if you send them a message, you don't post on their wall because they like to see how many people they're going to get on their wall that day. Let's all be honest. It feels good. It's a good pick-me-up to know that you had 100 people say happy birthday to you or 25 or whatever. So make sure you still post on their wall as well. All right? Now, if you hit the message button, hi, Nicole. If you hit the message button and you do have a message between you and that person, go back and see what it's about. Have you ever talked to them about your product? How did you get to know them? Why do you know them? All right, and reconnect. Again, starting with their birthday. Hey, Melissa, I wanted to reach out and personally say happy birthday. I know this is a unique and special time, so I'm curious, how are you spending your birthday? Or how are you going to celebrate your birthday at home? Something like that. Right now you're engaging in a conversation. They're going to come back and tell you what they're doing. Then you say, well, I see we connected because we both went to such and such meeting. Or I see we both know each other because we're friends with so-and-so. And I would love to send you, if you guys have samples for your product, the next thing you want to do is send a sample for their birthday. So I know it's quarantine and things are a little different right now, but I still want to offer you what I always offer people, which is a free sample. And so for me, it's a health and wellness. It's a free sample for helping you feel your best this year. I always love to give people a sample of my vitamin supplements because it helps you feel and be your best. And hey, each year we get older, we need that more and more, right? Okay, something like that. Maybe you sell makeup. So you would say something like, hey, so glad you're celebrating doing XYZ. That sounds like fun. I wanted to make sure I offered to you this amazing free sample that I always give people on their birthday. It's a sample of our awesome mascara. Would you like me to throw it in the mail to you? Right? So you're just connecting, offering a sample. If you don't have samples, that's okay. Just connect with them and talk to them. Now, remember, just like we always share, we use the CAP method, right? So we are using C, either compliment or connect. So we're connecting with them. We are connecting in a commonality. We're saying happy birthday. We're connecting that way. Then we're talking about something that's going on right now and how it relates to your product, right? A, ask questions. You're asking them questions so that they answer back. Not yes and no, but open-ended. And then P, you're learning their pain points or their problems, either through that conversation or by looking on their social media. And then you're going to solve it with your product or service or your opportunity, all right? And you want to make sure you do that. If you realize that their problem is not something that you can solve, like let's say they're having a hard time with understanding how to schedule right now. And you can tell that they're having a hard time with their kids being home and scheduling their business, and that's not something that you offer, then you say something like this. You go, hey, I'm in this group called Blessed Mom Bosses. I'd love to invite you in because they give lots of tips and ideas about how to handle schedules and time blocking. And I can tell you're a mom just like me trying to figure it out while the kids are home. I think you'd really love this group. Now they look at you as valuable. I'm just using us as an example, but now they look at you as a value person. You added value to them, even though it wasn't with your product, service, or opportunity. Now, the next time that you guys interact, if that person was like, yeah, I loved it, I entered that group, that's great. Awesome. Actually, now that we're talking, I'm also in insurance, and I would love to give you a quote on helping get your price down possibly for your insurance right now. I know every dime matters as we're going through this time. Would you be open to me seeing if I could help you with your insurance? So do you guys see how we're using this to then continue that relationship? So first, we are using birthday messages to see if we need to unfriend the person if they don't fit our criteria and we don't know them. We're looking to see if we've ever messaged with them before, connecting with them for their birthday. The next thing that we're doing with birthday messages is if it's somebody that really fits your ideal client, that you really have always wanted to join you in your business or join you with your product or whatever, if they love your product, they'll tell everybody about it, then do a little something extra special for them. And what I do for those kind of people is I go onto Snapchat. And it takes literally 2 seconds, guys. You go into Snapchat, you get one of those cute, funny filters, like where it makes you look like a dog or a cat or something cute, and I sing them happy birthday. And the reason I do that, and then you save the video, and then I just send it to them through Facebook message, and I say, I hope this made you smile today. I know this is a special and unique time. I just want to make sure you're doing something for you today to have a great birthday. What are you doing to have a great birthday today? So I always end with a question so they respond back. You guys, every time I send one of those Snapchat videos that literally take me a second, people message me back thanking me, because they know it took a couple extra seconds, right? It's like the difference between somebody hitting like on something you did on Facebook and somebody commenting. How does it make you feel when somebody takes the time to comment? When you're going live and somebody interacts with you, how does that feel compared to just a heart? So it's the same kind of thing. If it's somebody that you really want to try your product, to be with your business, whatever, make sure you go a little bit extra and do something special for them. They will respond back and they will be gracious that you even took time to do that. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys, a little happy birthday ideas that you can use. And I hope that you take the challenge of putting birthdays on your schedule every single day, 15 minutes. That's all you need to go through those birthdays. And here's one last tip. If anybody that you are friends with or are family with or fits into your ideal client and they're not currently one of your clients and they put up a fundraiser, I'm going to challenge you, even if you can only give $5, if you can afford $5 or $10 or $15, give to their fundraiser because it really means a lot. It shows up, and then send them a message and say, hey, Melissa, I just wanted to reach out and personally say happy birthday. I love that you picked St. Jude's Hospital as your fundraiser today, so I made sure to give to it, and I can already just tell that you have an amazing heart. What are you doing today to make your birthday special while you're at home? All right, so I'm challenging you guys, take action. Please tag anybody below who you think that this would be helpful for. And if you're like, wait a minute, I don't have anybody in here I can tag. It means you need to invite somebody. Do us a favor, invite somebody else in here because we are all here to help, inspire, and push each other to be our best. Have a great day and make it a great day for others. Bye, guys.